good early afternoon, Saturday is it? Yeah, Saturday afternoon. Tommy's doing the recording. I greased up the tractor, but there's only 2 grease fittings on it. Or zerks, as what I was told they are. Never heard that term before in all the years I've had cars and greased them. But anyways, unfortunately the sun is no longer on this and giving me good light, but we'll do the best I can. This thing is binding. There's nothing causing it. It's not caused by here. This is binding. It's got a lot of resistance in it. A lot of resistance. So I was told that the mixture screw, well, this is covered with a plastic, and I remember reading in the book, do not take this off because it's preset at the factory, so it moves a little bit. That's it. So maybe that's what they're talking about. That would be the mechanical idle layer, so this would be the mixture. I'm tempted to take this out. I cleaned it more. There is a spring underneath there. You're not going to be able to see it with that camera. I'm sorry, but I can't do close-ups, and I'm not bringing out the Sony SR12 because the file size is too big and I won't be able to edit the video. Because you know how my videos are, they're very long. So here's what I tried to do. I got a nice spring from my hardware store. That idea will work except for one thing. If I put the spring here, I need to bring it over to a point over here somewhere so that when it's choked, it'll return, see? Okay? When you push the lever up, there's a bar that comes up here and hits this bobby pin, I call it. Okay? Now that's, the lever's all the way up, okay? When you put it down to the middle, where I keep telling everybody that that's where the thing says to keep it from mowing. The choke is off. The choke is on. In the middle, choke is off. Okay. The problem is if I put my spring here on the end of this bobby pin, it's going to interfere with the thing pushing up on it. And I'll have to stretch it. It's the only spring I could get. Everything else was a lot heavier. So I can't put the spring there. I could put the spring here, like that, and when it's on choke, it'll just pull it. See how it does it? It's closed it. All right, as soon as you get it off a choke, boom, it goes right back. So that would be an option, but it's going to be awkward to put the spring in because I'd have to make up something so it could be over here, and it's going to be in the way here. So I was thinking of removing this carburetor complete with the solenoid. All right, as one piece. Oh, good. This one does not have the nylon T-fitting, the angle fitting. Comes straight out. All right, so that's very good. So, let me put that over here. Okay. I don't have a rag. I have to go get one. I just started out. So, I had to go into my shop, and the damn things are over here. Oh, here they are, right here. I had to go in my shop because these are what I keep in my workshop. These nuts that held this piece on, I believe, was 7/16, but not sure what size these are. Okay, that is 5/16. All right, 5/16. So remove that. That's not a problem. I'm worried about this. Now, it's like threading a needle. This is the yard sale pair of pliers I bought last year. Jewett City, I believe. I'm not sure.
As long as they work, that's all that matters.
Okay, that goes in that little hole there. All right, so I never like to mess with this thing, but all right. Yes, as long as they work. You get some good tools at yard sales. All right. This is the first. That's why I wanted to. I told Tommy you want to make a video of this, because if I have to replace this carburetor, I got to get some practice on doing it.
Yep. And practice makes perfect.
Well,
that goes for anything. Playing guitar.
I don't know about the old goat though. All right, there's one bolt.
Playing guitar, doing ventriloquism. It all takes practice.
Okay. All right, I'll clean the threads up on that.
You're gonna clean the carburetor?
Now, something about turning this a certain way. There's only one hole that goes in anyways.
If you clean the carburetor, maybe it'll work better.
Well, first of all, I got to get this thing out of here. And that's easier said than done. Everybody makes it look so simple. It's not simple until you're doing it. Unless you're doing it for years. There might be a keeper on the bottom of that. I hope it isn't a. There it goes. Okay. All right, we've got it out, but now this is the bobby pin I'm telling you about. Oh. Ooh. What hole was that in? I think it was in this one. I'll have to refer back to my video. I think this bobby pin went in this way, in there. That's why I don't like taking things apart, because I don't really know how they go. I think it goes in this first hole here, as I recall. So that was like that. Well, that choke is bound. All right. Well, we'll put this bobby pin down here. All right. This is the choke, and it's very hard to turn. It isn't a matter of the spring not working. There's a little spring in there. It's like it's binding, but I don't know what it's binding on. I don't really have the right stuff to work on these things. I had to go into my electronics shop to get the brush that I use to clean stuff off of things that I'm working on in there.
That is dirty.
Yeah, well, I couldn't get at everything. Where I was. Where's my damn rag? Still got crap on it. But at least I'll know what I gotta do when I have to put the new one in, if I have to. If I can't get the... This is what I've been saying all along, that choke is sticking. It's really bad. It's a lot of resistance in there. Because the more I spray this, the dirtier it's getting.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's not good.
I'm going to be using all my spray up, just trying to get the crap off of this thing. This is not my kind of work. It's too small. And all I do is clean the outside. I don't take these things apart. There's two screws here, as I said. And it looks like, like I say, somebody's tried to get the bowl off. But there's a lot of crap in there. I'll be back. Let me get the Harbor Freight gloves on here. Because I'm getting all the solvent absorption here. I think these are 7 mil. I bought these quite a while ago. I had to buy some of these clamps here. I never seen clamps like that. Those crimp-on things, those green ones, they don't hold. So I got these things. I don't like this big thumb thing on there, but that's what I'm going to use on it. Get my brake parts cleaner instead of using up all the carb. I think it's probably the same stuff, but this can is down about halfway now. So let's go and this. I don't know where my goggles are. We'll use these, my reading glasses.
Just don't get it in your eyes.
Well, the glasses will stop that. All right. Not perfect.
Doesn't have to be perfect.
And the stuff I do is far from perfect. It should not be turning hard. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a choke. I mean, it should be springing back. There is a spring up underneath there. You probably can't see it. And I certainly can just barely see it. And I don't know if there's any way to adjust it. And this lever here probably does not come off without breaking it.
And you don't want to do that.
No, then I will have no tractor until the other carburetor comes in. Got some numbers on the top of the carburetor right here. I'll read them to you if I can see it. The sun will stay on them. Top number is 697216. The number under it looks to me like a G, like in George, 02703 or G3, and the number below that is 4116, and then a D spaced away from that. Now, I really don't know why. Let's see if there's any crud in there. I'm just going blindly because I can't see that small stuff. So if there's any crud in there, I would imagine I could get it, but it don't seem to. Well, it don't seem to be anything there. There's just bushing here and a bushing there. I wonder if I give it a little tap. Can't see it on the other side. Well, you know what? Let's get my brush out and clean around these two screws that hold this bowl on. And spray it and try to take the bowl off. Alright, let's see, is that a Phillips? I don't think it is. No, it's a flat blade. Smaller than that. Let's see, that seems to be it. Alright, get this out of the way. I don't want any solvent on that magnifying glass, or I will be out of luck. Alright. Try to get that out as a complete assembly with the solenoid. And maybe I can see the back side of that, because that's very stiff. That should be moving very freely, just like this one. See how freely that moves? I can almost blow on that. You know, that's the governor end of it. At least why the governor rod went in there. Oh, there's a little bushing in there. I don't want to lose that. I think that's where the governor rod went in there, and the hole next to it is where that spring goes. That is on the governor rod. So let me take this. Oh, I can see why. Somebody did try to cut this off, and the screwdriver's just slipping on it. Nope, you ain't getting that out. Nope. You ain't getting that out. Yeah, that's buggered up pretty bad. Try this side. Oh, no way. No way, Jose. That ain't coming out. So, if this had a needle valve and seat problem, I wouldn't be able to take it apart anyway. So you buy another one, throw this out. That's what you do. This is binding, and the only way I'm going to be able to do is I got to put a Mickey Mouse spring on that. That's the only thing I can do. It's the only thing I can do. There was no other adjustments on it. This is obviously a mechanical adjustment. This is probably the mixture, but it's got a cap on it, and it tells you in the book, do not take that off. Because it says if you break it, you got to get a new needle valve in there. There's a needle valve in there. That's what it says in the book, and you'll have to replace it. Well, you replace the whole carburetor. That's what you do. Let me just see if I got another screwdriver that might be a little bit bigger, but I doubt it. I will give that a try. If I can find one that's a little bit bigger. That's a little smaller. I think that's too big. No. You're not getting that out. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it back in. We got a Mickey Mouse spring on that. It's going to need a good, that little spring I showed you is going to have to really be pulled tight. The only other option you can do is to get one of these things used to use in the cars years ago. You put it on the dashboard and you have a manual choke and you just pull it. That's what you do with these things. You just hook a choke cable to it and run it on the hook it, drill a hole in the dash panel on the tractor and hook it in. I used to have one of those cables and knob in my old attic workshop, probably still there for all I know, back when I had my old car. Put a manual choke in it, and I guess this was an extra one I had. Used to buy these things all the time at like Benny's home and auto stores and stuff like that. Oh. No, it's just too... So, that's it. We'll put it back on. They're not going to do any better than that. This is what I was worried about, trying to get that in there, but I guess I got it. We just got to put this spring on. We can do that afterwards. Yeah, we're going to have to make a Mickey Mouse choke. That don't look right. Maybe it is. Okay, it goes. This is what I was worried about, getting this stuff back in there again.
It's like a puzzle.
I know it. This is the problem I was trying to tell everybody on here. It don't look right. It's probably backwards. Sure where that goes. I don't remember where that went. I know it went on the lever for the choke, but it didn't go on this end. I remember that. Oh man. This is not easy. I guess you put this on first. I may have to bend this to get this in there, but I think we're going to end up eliminating this and putting a dashboard choke on here. Either that or I'll have to reach in, put a lever on this and reach out, have the lever out here, and I can throw it off a choke once it starts. I'm not sure if this went up underneath like that or went over the top like the governor did. The problem is I can't get that in there without bending it, which I'm going to have to do to get it in there. Oh, I got it. I got it, but it doesn't feel right. Let's see. All right, I'm holding this carburetor, and I do have it right. All right. We got to put this spring in. It's like threading a needle. I can't see that. I cannot see that. It's too small, too fine. Now, you gotta do it with, I gotta hold a magnifying glass and hope for the best. But let's see, if I got that in there, I'm supposed to clean these. I'm not gonna do that. Let me just put that in there, just to hold things together so I can get that governor spring wire in there. In. I've seen so-called rebuilds on this, and the only thing they did is took the bowl off. We can't get the bowl off of this one. The screws are buggered up. Let me get my magnifier because I can't see what I'm doing. Reading glasses are not enough. It's like threading a needle. Okay, she's in. All right, now let's see if that, yep, the choke is okay. Let's just see, how they put that up, yep. All right, but it's still sticking. All that cleaning didn't do any good. So, and you can't take this off because you'll break it. So, what we're going to do now, we're going to have to jury rig the choke spring on that. You can hear it, you can feel it creaking as it turns, like a squeaky door, only it's not making noise. But you can feel it, you know, very hard. You know how like, it's almost like screwing a nail in by hand with a screwdriver into a piece of wood, and you can hear like that. Well, that's what this bearing is doing in there. So, we are going to have to get a spring in there. So, let me do one thing at a time here. Let me tighten this up. I use the same gasket so I don't have anything else. A new carb will probably be better, but I don't understand why. It's binding. I guarantee you this won't run when I... Although I didn't take anything out, all I did is just unplug the solenoid. I didn't get the carburetor out. We got the solenoid connected back up.
What's that?
That's the air in, where the air comes down in.
Oh.
All right, we connect up this little... It's clear. Put that on. Put that on. Now we've got to take these gloves off. My hands are sweating. I just put them on for the solvent, which is not a good idea to use solvent on bare hands, but I've done it for years. They ain't dead yet. I always say, one thing don't kill you, something else will.
Yep.
Secondhand smoke from some people that are smoking will do more harm to you than years of breathing soldering fumes, which I've done for 50 years.
It's a long time.
They ain't dead yet. Getting there.
18 minutes and 45 seconds so far.
Well, it's all right. My videos are long anyways. All right, we got to do something with this. Otherwise, I can't use it.
Nope.
If I can get this. In there. Now, that's on choke. I'm holding this here. I'm holding it and not moving my hand. Now, we put it down on run. See how fast that returns? That's what you want. All the way up on choke. Half throttle, low throttle, okay? If you look over here, there's a thing that comes up in the air. See that? It hits that bobby pin right there. That bobby pin is the thing that controls the choke, and that lever hits that bobby pin. It comes up. See that little foot hitting there, right there?
Yep.
All right, you see it? Well, you know the situation? Well, the situation calls for a return spring. May not be designed for it, but we need one. So, I think we are going to do is to make something. Trouble is, I think this is plastic. I don't know. It sounded like metal when I tapped on it. But regardless, I don't want to drill a hole in here. Now, I don't want to bring this spring over here. It'll get in the way of the governor. Could mount it underneath there, but that's really stretching it though. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, that's too much of a strain on it. We need a little tension, like right about here. You know what? I think we can wrap a cable tie around here, right around here. We'll hook it into the cable tie right here. Little Yankee ingenuity.
I think that'll work.
But wait, but it's, yeah, well, it's still, let me see something here. Actually, we need it down here. We don't need it pulled that hard. All right, let's try that. I'll come right back. Don't go away. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, cup of tea, bottle of soda. Don't drink that beer. It's no good for you. Okay, we are successful. Take a look at here. What we got with the old goat. What the old goat that come up of it. We put the cable tie across here. A wire tie. One of these. We put one of these around here. Okay, on the closest to the body of the carburetor. Okay, now. Here's your choke. You can't move that manually unless you force this. Just moving the lever off a choke just a little bit. There she is. She's off a choke. And she's wide open. Okay? Now the way this is designed here, this wire tie wants to stay right down here. And it's close to the mixture screw, but it's not on top of it. Not the mixture, but the idle. This is the mixture here.
Look,
all
it's
right.
working perfectly now.
Yep. Now
you fixed it, the goat way.
There is the right way, and then there's the goat way. The goat way is usually
the best.
Well, not the best. It's the poor man's way. Okay.
There you go.
But I get a new carburetor that might have a better butterfly in it. Okay, now what we're going to do here is we're going to hook up the gas filter. And we are
You're going to put the cover back on too.
Oh yeah.
You don't want to forget that.
Don't like these things. These are the ones that came with the tractor.
As long as it runs and you can cut the grass, I think you'll be happy. You know?
We're going to put one of these yellow Mickey mice on here. I've never seen these things before. Right. Never used these before, but it seems to be a pretty good idea. I don't know how well they work. We'll find out. I went to AutoZone this morning too, and they got these things. I didn't see any of the little ones with the screw on them. Harbor Freight had a big package of them with mostly the big ones and very few of the little ones. I remember used to going into Benny's Home and Auto store or even Walmart and buying a package of 4 for $1 and change. My hardware store wants $1 a piece for them. I bought these today at Harbor Freight to pinch off. I'm spending money. Yep. But you know, we got to get this tractor going.
Yes, you do.
You gotta get it going, we gotta get it going. All right. This is the T40 Torx, as I said, and this is all broken out. You could put JB Weld in there, but then you'd freeze this in there and you wouldn't be able to turn it. All right. This is pretty clean in here. Let me just see something here with my... Let me get my wire brush. I'll be right back. Okay, good. All right. I cleaned this before off camera, but I just... I can't get down into here. There is crap in there too. Let me see if I can knock that out. I see a little something in there. Oh, something in there. Acorn. Alright, that's a clear shot down there. That's a bolt or something. Oh, that's the thing for the wire for the solenoid coming to the ground point, I guess. Alright, let me just get this, some of this crap out of here. Might as well. And we'll try to run it with the whole top off here. Shouldn't hurt it, the air filter off. Still didn't buy an air filter yet, but I will. Got some crap in here too. We got some crap in here. Not a lot, but there is something. To help. You don't want to overheat the engine, you know. There's no evidence of any mice in this tractor, so that was good. Should really close this, plug this so I don't get anything in there. All right. I think we got to put some gas in the tank. When I was running it yesterday around, riding it around, you saw the video. Gas in there, but it don't seem to be any gas in the filter. I hope it didn't damage the hose by pinching it with the vice grip. There is gas in the filter. I guess that's all right. All right, let me get this stuff off of here. Let's make sure that the choker's working good. All right, let me get this stuff off of here, get the dipstick back in. Clean the tractor off, sit my skinny backside on here and try to start it and see how it works. Okay, I don't see a lot of gas in the gas filter compared to what it was before. I can't imagine messing up the hose by pinching it with the vice grip. But we'll find out. We'll pull the choke up and then we'll let it, see if it starts. I'm betting that it won't start.
You fixed it.
All right, let's put the filter back on and get throw a little more gas in it. Maybe we'll give it a little ride around. Storage.
A little stable in it?
Because I don't know if I got any in here, so I'm going to add a little more gas into it. I don't want to put a lot of gas in here.
You put stable in it first?
Stable's mixed in with the gas already, yes. But I want to put a little more in here because it's right down, it's about 1 inch at the very most gas in the bottom of this tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to go and get some gas because I'm using this gas from the generator, the wrong cap here, on. So we'll have to go and get some more gas.
You always mix stable in it?
Yep. I keep stable in the gas. I got gas, the original gas in the generator. Of course, it's been used and started. I always keep the tank full and I keep stable in there. A little more stable than what they call for. Never had a problem. That generator starts on the first pull. So I think that's what's preserving it. Yes, the gas is old, but I add fresh gas to it. Because if you don't keep the tank full on a metal tank, and this is for you, this is from the GOAT experience, you keep your gas tank full, you will not get condensate and it will not rust the tank. Of course, this is a plastic tank, so that don't matter. I got the air filter out right now.
Are you going to put it back on?
Put it back in. I just got to get another one and, I'll have to wait till next week. Got to wait till next week, ladies and geraniums. Now the tires are flat again, but that's nothing new.
You gotta put the hood back on.
Light one. Yeah.
Don't forget to put the hood back on.
We don't need the hood on, but just driving around, we're gonna be topless here.
Okay.
Woo! All right, let's make sure we got the dipstick in, howling back on. We're gonna just give a little ride around. We're gonna make sure the mowing deck is up all the way. We're not gonna be mowing. I even cleaned out the inside of the tank. Let's put that over here. I picked this up today at the yard sale, $2. And I bought a 40-pound bag of lime to put out there to kill the grubs. Because we got a lot of moles out there. I know it's not my responsibility, but I got to do a little something. All right. Let's see if this is going to run now. See if it'll start without choke.
Good now. I think the problem is fixed, folks. I think we have a winner. Yes, sirree. We have a winner, folks. It's running. We have a winner. It's winning good.
I don't trust the parking brake, so I put it in gear at the same time. But it's holding good.
Yes, it is.
So I knew the damn choke was kept closing on me, and the spring was the answer to it, short of another carburetor. Now, I got to look in the book again. There's only 2 grease fittings, one on each wheel axle. And I'm going to oil, I'll do all this off camera, I'm going to oil, it says oil other areas. It shows more than 2 in the book, but I don't know where they are. I looked under there, I couldn't find any. But we're going to stick the air filter back in here. I'm not going to do that now. And believe it or not, this cover is centered. They didn't do anything different. I just put it on, I lined the 2 front bolts up. Alright, that concludes this video. Tommy's going to edit this one.
Yep.
See you later.